Okay. So let's see what's failing here. Yep, so those don't exist. Okay, remove that. Same thing here. Optimize imports. So user disconnect user connected with session ID. Further with ID sent a message. Okay, so let's see what we're doing here. We need to return unknown action. So what we're trying to do here is handle all kind of events and do some uh, exception handling. So first step here is try to parse action. And we do not return null, never. Just say, okay, if we have action, let's see if we meet any of the conditions. So for now, we have only one action, that is join. We check for that. And if it's a join action, we perform join game event. Not a join game event, let's do join game. Let's do handle join game event. Then from the data, we can get API key. It's the only thing that is needed to join the event. We pass the session. And that returns. If it does not return, that means we have an action that we don't know what to do with. So here we could be if whatever action it is something else, we can perform some other action. For now, we don't have any more actions, just join. So if we get here, that means that we got an unknown action or action was null. Something bad happened. Yeah, action was null or a null. So we can print that out here and send back as an error. And we could do as well action data get action like this. Oh, it's map off, so it's comma separated. Let's see. Let's do that. Oh no. Yes. So this one ends up there. So, okay, so this is one map, and if something else fails, we just return an error without any actions or anything. So this is okay handling. And now we see that our API gets we see here that our API is sending join. We get an error. Data player does not exist. We said get action error. That's not correct. Oh, this is old. We need to look at the last one. Oh yeah, I have not restarted yet. Jesus. Okay. Good thing. And we have return null for now. This method is not in use yet, so we'll just. All right, so we got straight away a new action here. We have been trying to connect. We have been disconnected. That happened quite some time. Okay, so this is. I should probably restart that one because That was running through the night yesterday when I ended up. Maybe I should get a timer or something. Let's do this a little bit lower so I can do a timer. So I can do 21:23, 2 hours. Let's see, 2 hours streaming should be enough. Something like that. Should really get a timer software or something. Oh, it's okay. That's our timer. Like this. And somehow everything else disappeared. Oh, that's my chat screen. I need that one. Okay. So, what do we need to do now? Yeah, let's pick simulator. I need to find out how to default to one. Okay, so there we go. We get welcome to lobby. Your API key is this, and then there are messages down from here and out. So we have a message connected. Then we send in our API key with the join command, and then we get back command saying welcome, and then we get a new message saying player does not exist. And that is not what I wanted. So I do really want to know which action fails. So if I send action join, I want to know if that action failed. And let's redo our service here a little bit. Oh, sorry. There it is, our service. So what we want to do here is maybe to handle this action event. Let's do this then. Map off. Okay, so we will send an error message here like this, and we also want an action like this, and I want conditionally to add another one parameter, but let's try to do that. ID, and we say we add an ID only if data dot get has an ID parameter. This is something like a trace ID. Maybe call it trace ID. Trace, because ID could be something else. So if data has trace ID, it will add that. If not, it in some cases maybe I'll send two join events or something else, and I will want to get back to different status, one success and one failed. So I want to know which one failed. So that's why frontend can add a trace ID and get it back. And same thing happens here. So, whoop, let's see. So we move that one downstairs and this one upstairs. And we don't need this more anymore. And we need two parentheses here. Same thing here. Message should be the first one. Those two should be that. I think it's going to be. Okay, so we have been disconnected because server was down. And now it's not connecting anymore. Let's stop this one for a second, and we have also this one running. Let's stop this one. Now it stopped. So where did we do WebSocket server? There is something wrong, and so I did some error handling outside as well. Two of them actually. Why? Strange. So this one is not needed, nor is this one. So here I was probably too tired. Let's see. Could actually move all this. Let's remove those debugger thingies. The sketch. Let's actually remove all the catch exceptions. Outside into the WebSocket server in here. So here it's called data. That's good. Let's format that. Yeah, so this one either it crashes what it actually says. It says if handle event crashes for some reason, it will be handled here and sent from here. Let's stop, restart. Let's take a look at our front end then. Let's stop this one and restart. And can I automatically select this device? Right, so iPhone is starting. There we have our iPhone, and our application is trying to connect, and it's being disconnected and tries to connect again. So what we can do for this application is on disconnect instead of doing connect. Let's do const enable connect button equals ref to false start and on closed set it to true. Then um, let's do this one status. What did we call it? This button called enable. Let's rename this. Was a strange name. Can reconnect. Say can reconnect. If we can reconnect, it's disconnected. If we can't, then it's connected. Status disconnected. Then can do ion button, say connect, if can connect, and click, we run command called connect. This way we can control. And instead of saying trying to reconnect over there, which is lying, this one can say that when connect kicks in, we can start connecting, or let's say connection, and we say trying to connect. This is just debugging stuff. And this one connection, we are connected, and type connection, we have it disconnected. This way it looks like. So trying to connect it, we have been disconnected. So while we were trying to connect, we got an exception, and the service crashed. Why service crashed? Let's do a debug here, and let's run in the debug modus. Not sure why shit crashing. So on message, we got a message. We got an exception, player does not exist. Oh, there it is. So let's evaluate e dot get message. Yes, it should say error, player does not exist. Then let's evaluate message dot get action join, right? And trace ID is null. And maybe that is what crashing it. Let's do F8. Okay. Let's try to fix this by saying that var trace ID equals trace ID, something like this. Let's restart and see if that helps. Filter handle message. Yeah, so this one threw an exception. This one threw an exception. And WebSocket service server added. This legal argument exception with this exception is a runtime exception with this an exception. So it does not matter. Is it connect? Yes, now it got trace ID got have been emptied. It has no trace ID. So this thing returns an modifiable map. So this is not good. Yeah, null pointer exception if any key or value is null. Excellent. So that's why we were crashing. Trace ID was. So what we want to do is, well, if exception happens, we can afford to create a error map equals new hash map, and then we can say error map, and here we can do some magic. If message dot get contains key action, can do that, and if message contains key trace ID, and then we can just return the error map. and error map. We need to define it as a string object. Works. And yes, this one we don't need anymore. So now we have a proper error handling. So now if we reconnect, we see that trying to connect. Yes, we are connected. We're sending the join key. We get a message welcome. So message welcome would have been sent to us. Does not matter if we were sending or not. And then we get a message back. This one was strange. Oh, right, I did not restart. Sorry. Yeah, so let's do this. Let's add another button to the client, just for debugging again. But this time we're just gonna duplicate this one and we say one should be visible all the time. So let's do this prompt here and say clear. And what it does, it says messages equals empty. So when it clear, everything clears. So our status is disconnect. Let's connect. And what happens here when we connect is can reconnect. Yes, that status never changes to false. So on connection, we say can reconnect value equals false. We just yes. So now we are connected. We don't need to know the reconnect button. And we're trying to connect. We are connected. We are sending an action, and we get an action join player does not exist. Do we need some? Do we want frontend to be smart and find out by himself that something went wrong here, or do we need, or do we want backend to tell what to do now? Because if we go to frontend, we can do simply fix it. And in frontend, let's see. Yes, we do have this handle messages. So we put it into the message list, and then what we want to do, we want to do it like this. Say if yes, event.data. If event.data let's do this one. So if there is an error, we need to handle error. We got an let's handle yeah. So what we do is check. Um, let's check average error if event.data join. And now the thing is You don't know if we need to create a new game or a join new game. Hmm. This is this is cool. Well, basically it says player does not exist. Yeah, so I think we'll have to do two different things. One is gonna be a game page, like this one is just for joining, and the other one is will have to be an admin page or game. Yeah, something. Hmm, because they will be quite different depending on if I create a game or I. So let's see how route how the home page create game. So after I create game, it sends me to the game, right? And then after I join game, just don't do anything. So those two should be the same. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I called it data. Um, so basically, so this one should game to game should go to game. This one should go to um. Let's do admin for now. Or something. The one is just gonna do the game. The other is gonna do the moderation or something. What do we call it? Yeah, let's do admin or something. So yeah, the one is gonna go to game page. The other one is gonna go to admin page. Um, let's call this admin for now. Not sure what to call it. And basically it's um, just the same thing. Admin page, add. So lobby component can be probably a thing. But we don't want to do a lobby screen. We want to do a moderator screen or mod. Let's call this admin screen config. Yeah. So for now, though, both of them should be almost identical. So here I can probably reuse some of the, and I guess this one is saying I need a key. And the key is index. Key. Anything else? So for now, it's gonna be just the same. The only thing is we're not gonna do admin action. We're gonna join action. We're gonna do admin action or something. Now I have very little. So yeah, I could handle it in different ways. Take a look at this one and see what does macro do. Proxy knowledge so that it will never be converted to a proxy. Turns the object itself. Example calls. Okay, not sure how that helps here. So it maybe helps to pass this. So that ionav can use. Sorry, ionav is being used in home page. No. Yes. So okay. So this is using this one, and then in this page. Right. Interesting. Interesting. Um, I'm just thinking how to reuse this one. So both of them are game page, but with different um, attributes. So how about we do this and say and this can be passed in here as the property saying admin true, and here the property says false. So both of them, so I don't need them because they are just the same for now, at least in lobby screen. I think we can get around by doing this. And now in the game page is admin props. So in lobby screen is your admin is admin here. How do we get it from com com? Let's Google that one. Vue.js provide inject. So I need something like this. And game page. Yeah, I do have that. And in the lobby screen, I need inject is admin. And here we could do NP NV admin. Your sorry. And let's send P. So let's do this. Yeah, so this in this case is he does not say thing about admin, and that way we can do in lobby screen in the node if we get disconnected. Um, so we can do send message join on open. Oh, is admin. Then we do something else than join. We do let's do just say we are on win. That's our API. Okay. Now we have two actions, and that means if join fails, we what do we do then? We include import our router, and we say const router equals use router, and now we can go. So if we get an action, local storage, remove item IP key, and router push name join. Let's do that. Go to the router. There's our router. And we say then, oh, I don't have a link to join. Let's call this home screen because this almost got me. Uh, okay. How do we do this? There are several ways to do this. Oh, let's just join them home. All that, and just for now, let's give this one a name. Sorry, name home. Yes. So if something happens, let's send them home. Same thing for admin. We remove the key and send you home. The game does not exist. Should say something about um let's try to find a chronic ionic message. Um, or let's do alert. Okay. Handler can use it by writing the component directly in your template. This reduces the number of handlers you need to find out not to present the alert. Using is open. Trigger press. Methods. Hmm. All right, so let's see. So why on alert? I think that should be the perfect thing to do. So let's try to see if we can give that one a go. So let's add it in the bottom. Say yes, we do have an ion alert. Need to import that one. Ion alert. And nothing happens here. So let's see what options does it get. Um, just trying through. Hmm. Let's go back to documentation and see what it says. So trigger. Let's check the properties. Description animated. Backtrack displays buttons says enter animation header HTML input is open. Find a green controller presentation. Otherwise, just use the alert controller or the trigger property. Okay, so we can do something. It says alert controller. Let's find that one. If using this niche, we are more control isn't over when alert has been dismissed. Okay, so what it says, and what present alert. Oh, okay. So let's do this then. Ireland is, what was it? Is open, is it? Is open equals true. Now it opens. Okay. So click me. We have a header. Maybe I should. Let's do this one. Feels so much more natural. Okay, so don't do that one. We just do this one. Flat controller, and then we can say something like this. And that's even more. Yeah, so let's do this one. alert, and we did this one afterwards. And yeah, let's do this one and say that message can be stick. Yep, so if we do disconnect, we display short. Uh, so yeah, we are controller uncontroller says create best. So let's do this. We've trying to spell build to join and get, then event, oops, event data error can be printed out here, and then leave this. So let's do some saw log path typing. Yeah, so here it's failing by player does not exist. Sending back the message. Let's clear. Let's get it connected. And what we can actually do is once we receive this kind of message, we should be hanging up connection. No, let's not do that. Let's try to um, okay, so yeah, so on closed connection because it's trying to say goodbye. Should only say, let's do this. Let's not throw anything here, and let's do, yeah, that's the one. Broadcast game. So if contains if there is. What the hell? Otherwise, let's just return null. Yeah, so if you don't return, yeah, just return null. So if this player was, yeah, so player ID, and then we need another map. Oh my god, private map. So this is the session to game and then string and list string. And that is game test. Something like that. So I think I don't need this one because if I find player info, no, game session actually has game name, so I don't need that one. Yes. So when I find the player map, it's the player map. It's called session to game session map, and then games with session IDs map, something like that. So session to game session map is gonna give us the game sessions, game session IDs, or we should call it, yeah, let's not call it game player ID, let's call it game session IDs. And this one does not exist. So I do need to find, let's call them the service, web service, and let's, I was thinking if I could move everything into web service and even create my own repository called memory web service repository or something. That makes sense. Yeah, well, why not? So game session ID, let's do this one here for now. What we, now let's move it outside. block it here, we'll move it to web service instead, or even more outside. Game session. Oh, I already have game session repository here, so let's do this. So WebSocket service does not know anything just from service, and it just calls. And let's do this one. Saying turn webs and handle disconnect session. Yep. Web service is gonna handle disconnect by seeing um, that's not the API key, is it? Game session. Yes, it is. That's the ID. Okay. Now it says I can say wait a second. So this API key I want to reuse at some point. It's not gonna be forever available. It does not matter because then I can say game session repository get by API key API key. Do not delete anything from game session repository. That was completely unnecessary. Could then go to game as with session ID map dot get. Yep, so we clean up the game. Oh, I already had that one. And we remove this one. And we can also, after we remove this one, we can say that game name, sorry, not get name. And then these are the session IDs. Yeah. So I do need a session ID to session map, private map, string, socket, session map. So I do need a player ID. And what I can do here is I don't need to focus. Just focus. Just a map off, and then I can say layer left, and or just layer connected, layer ID, and then you do need to kind of refer to players by some kind of ID. Player info. So let's go into player info and see how that is created. Yeah, it has string name and is connected. How do we do this with the name? Player name. Even easier. Player disconnected, and there is his name. Don't need anything else. So action. Oh. So even that join action could be simplified by just saying join key, admin and key. Don't need action join. Maybe we'll keep that one. Let's probably do this action. It is connected. Player name, and that's the name. Let's keep this going. It's not an action. It's maybe we should call it event. Player disconnected. Yeah, because just finding out the key is, and if you're gonna send several keys, it's gonna be difficult. So better it is that I could send a list of course. That would be also easy. First, oh, let's do this. Event, player disconnect. It does not work with this one then. I could send several events in one go. Let's remove this one. Let's do this. Let's be more precise and smaller messages. So actually then that means that we should what if let's see, so what is happening? So what is this auto closable? Oh, okay, so remove is returning no WebSocket. I'll try with resource or whatever. Yeah, so let's format this. Um, so if session, no, not session two. Oh, yeah, session. Game session one. Let's rename this a little bit easier. Session map. Oh, sorry. game session map and game session list, or just game list, game session. Yes. So okay. Um, so we get a game session. If present in game session, we go through game session. Yeah, let's do another one. Let's say public publisher, and let's call broadcast. Then we get a map and that, yes. And this, can we do it by doing, oh, and this is not, this is private for now. So we're gonna broadcast map of that. This is what we're broadcasting, and game session dot get game name is what is getting out. And we do return. So probably need to implement the broadcaster here. Private final. Not sure that's the correct way to do this. So what they do is broadcast. So what a broadcaster does. Let's take a look. Let's check out the broadcast. On this broadcast, just calls and this broadcast. Let's see the implementation. Looks create emitter. Message and media channel. Oh, I need to implement something like this. This WebSocket session repository. So there is already one WebSocket session repository. And oh, it has an add channel and remove channel. And get this one. So what is this WebSocket sessions channel group? Okay. Um, so that means everybody is in that channel. Like, let's do a test then. Yeah, let's do a breakpoint. Let's add this guy in here. And let's just do a breakpoint here and let's restart. Oh, I didn't write finish here. Yeah, so instead of broadcasting, I'm using this send method. So this one does not return anything, it just returns void, and that's why I cannot use this here. So I think it will work but it will not. Still don't get it quite. I don't have intuition why it has to return something. Try and connect. Okay, so this broadcaster is 0. Let's step into yep. So what is this? What is a broadcaster? What? But let's just hit play and let's stop and redo this. Let's reconnect now. So the broadcaster has WebSocket repository with 0 WebSockets. New watch. Okay, this is the corner. Embedded service server configuration. Let's see, we want to go into the WebSocket broadcaster and see what is this broadcast message. Netty. Yep. Then there's get channel group. Session repository. Okay. Session repository, yep. That's the implementation. This WebSocket sessions. Channel group. Yes, that's the channel group. Instance. Global event. Okay, so if I just run and I go to the WebSocket server, let's do here then. Let's go into, do I have it? Yeah, this one. So yeah, user disconnected. Broadcaster session. So WebSocket sessions, it has 2 in a default channel. And what if I now go into introduction here and say game name, do this. Then, of course, all the methods gonna have a string game name to it. String game name, and this one's gonna have string game name. And now go back here and say slash test. Let's try to connect. I've been disconnected. Trying to connect and being disconnected. Why? Oh, it's because in a debug modus. Let's stop that. Start normally. Connect. And player does not exist. Yes, it does not exist. Let's take debug modus and let's try to connect. And now let's take a look at the broadcaster hours. Yeah, so this one didn't do things. We don't need this. And then we did it with the browser. So let's do that. Browser refresh. All closed. There we go. Yeah, now we got it. So this service has this broadcast with this sockets. Is that my IP address? So what is interesting is there's this default channel group. Um, that if I'm gonna inspect that one, socket channel info. Okay, let's do this. How do I know? So this broadcaster is always channel. Um, okay, so this is for testing. Holy moly. So this gives me nothing, actually. Or maybe easier way to track who is which kind of channel. Let's see, 18 minutes left. So yeah, let's finish our implementation then, I guess. So we have three lists. Session map, same thing as broadcaster has, same thing as this guy. So let's see the implementation of this write and flush implementation. Um, channel group future. So there's a message. Channel matcher. Void promise. Channel matcher. Oh my goodness. So, oh yeah, so it says flux create, uh, and then overflow strategy buffer. So we do need to do something is similar than in our case. Yeah, not gonna use this guy. Probably we could have it, but I don't quite get it how it works. So here in the broadcast, we're gonna return a publisher map string object with this, and then we go return lux. How was it? This one, yeah, here. Flux create, yeah, something like this. So how come this? using flux and I don't have access. Yeah. So let's see. We need to find out micronaut launch. Let's do features flux. No reactive. Uh, I think it's this one. Let's do another preview diff. We need micronaut reactor and propagator. Okay, this and Kotlin implementation. Yeah, so I have only those. Let's add those to here. This one here. Let's reload. Now let's go here and see if, yep, that was the thing. So when I create a flux, it returns flux, but it accepts. So yeah, I need to figure out how they are emitting it. So where is emitter? Ten more minutes. Do we get it? Or do we need to do this next time? Let's send this to the map chat. Okay, so write in first future, some kind of future, and then say add listener, and so we can listen to that and see the next message. Same thing here, you can say send the scribe. Okay, so I send data, I subscribe, and the result. What did happen? Let's do this one into our README file. Let's go into micronaut reactor documentation. That reactor project. Oh, holy moly, what is this? Yeah. Alright, so I have an idea already. So let's then say we have f looks f, or let's just say we have a list looks. Let's do map stream, and let's do map. We take a session ID, convert that to flux. This return that one. Don't need to actually. Can just do this. And then somehow can what is this? Something like this probably. And return of this is never used. We gotta return that one as well. And what's the problem now? Yeah, the problem here is that send method gonna convert this message example so many times. We'll go further here. It's gonna check for message not empty, flux empty, flux create emitter. If this is open, what is this? What class array? Socket session. Okay, so just um, emitter error, session closed else. So message WebSocket frame message converted to WebSocket frame, then the frame. If it is off, else, yeah, it's doing this one and code into the frame. Yeah, and then so this one we could do only once. Channel future, add listen future. This dot channel is the socket channel. I don't flash. So I think I'm not gonna implement this method. It would work probably. Um, let's see what is not. Why is it not happy? This one. Yeah, this is the map off. And this is the string method broadcast. Expected return value. So return value is publisher maps object. Mm, uh, not sure why I'm doing this. Lambda, so this is considered. Okay, so this is that's why. Okay. Still, this one broadcast is not working for me, I think. I do want the other broadcast, private final. This one guy, this one here, and then we can say broadcaster.broadcast, and this one is gonna solve problem by doing. So it's sending the message, and it can get a predicate. Let's send a predicate as well. So we're gonna say a session where game name as dot get ID. So let's say um, so what does the remove does? Okay. So I think game session map. Oh, this is session map. This is to get the session maps by ID. And this one is probably should move all this into its own repo. Oh, time is up. Let's see, game session list. This one is what I. Yeah, so I do remove this is from this one, then this from this one, and I get player session name, and I can say that afterwards, if game session lists with that name contain yeah, why it's two parentheses, yeah. So there it is. So we can return, remove session map and return this guy. Otherwise, I just remove. Yes, so now it's the lambda. Let's say if let's do this. While game session equals this or else null, and then we can do if it's not null, let's remove it, right? And return it. Otherwise, we return a null. We don't need that publish. sure what I was trying to. So what it says that I might. Hmm, yeah, but I never join. Join event does not handle game join event. Okay, okay. So far so good. I have to test it. All right, then it's time to end up the stream. Wrap up the stream. So yeah, we added just React, but we got a context propagation as well. Um, somewhere around here got added. Readme reactor. So it's before readme, right? It's alphabetical. Oh, hi Tux. Didn't see you. Maybe you're gone now. Not sure. I was so into the code. Um, I'm not sure how to check who is online. Let's see. Um, users in chat. Oh, why there are so many users in chat? Okay, not sure if you're still around, but hi there. How you doing? We Oh, you're here. Cool. I was about to end too much complication here in this project. A little bit too heavy stuff with all those fluxes and publishers and subscribers but I think I got it. Uh, so now I got a connection when I can try to yeah why it's now oh because server is gone. um, yeah, let's try to connect again and again and again. Something is not connecting. Oh, right. I know what is wrong. I'm trying to connect the test here. Test is gone. And now it connected. Oh, let's restart server. So we reconnect. So server is connected and we now connect. Trying to connect. We are connected. Sending the join. We get welcome message and we get the player does not exist. For the action join, we get an error saying player does not exist. Um, so far so good, but let's see, this one is not gonna happen, so I can remove this one. We created quite a mess here. I'm not very happy about some of the implementation, and I think I could get it for. I'm doing something too hard or something. I should probably get more browsers in, and just try to join the game and try to test it how it works. But I believe this is gonna work. Game session map should remove it straight away, and then game session getting by the API key. Think we can do it like this because yeah, remove is gonna give us the value. So we can do that. And then we say that our session is, and if session is existent, then we can find out game name and remove session from the game name. I'm full stack, so I'm doing both backend and front end. In my previous work, I was doing mostly front end. So I guess I'm a little bit more heavy on front end page side than Java. And when I was doing backend, I was mostly doing some data movement from one database to another database. You mean like the languages are crashing, or like right now I do have JavaScript in here and Java in there, and it's kind of, you get used to it to change your. That's why for example, one thing I like is that if I see those semicolons, I think of it as a Java straight away. And if I go back to my JavaScript code, I don't like to add semicolons. Um, that that feels for me JavaScript-ish. So there are some few nuances that make my day easier to kind of switch context and recognize the code straight away. Uh, yeah, but through the your I think if you are a bigger company, you're gonna probably do that, like you say, recruit only front ends and only back ends, and they can communicate and stuff. But if you are a little smaller company, or you have a smaller project, it's so much faster to have one guy do both back end and front end. So he can move so much faster. He does not need all those meetings and all those um, like creating agreements between front end and back end and how they're gonna communicate and how uh, yeah the the speed is much faster for developing. But if you're doing a huge application or a lot of heavy front end and heavy back end or both, or then you will probably want to focus somebody who can do a good front end design and then focus on the back end, can do the good back end design. Um, like in my current project, full stack developers are uh, you can see that the whole product is like a 10 years old, and it has been created, not 10, maybe 4 or 5 years old. It has been created by full stack developers. And now when front end developer joins the team, uh, because the product got so big, um, the customer starts to recruit only front end developers. They struggle because to run the front end, they will need locally to run 4 or 5 services of backend, and if they cannot set up that, then they're gonna struggle with doing their front end work. Um, and the other way around, backend guys, they can set up their services and do everything on their part, but then they're gonna struggle because they're not gonna get any data because front end is not running or is not set up, or so you need sometimes you need both, and you get so much you move so much faster. Sure, that sounds like a plan. And at the end, I think it's not just like Spring Boot or just Angular that you have to focus in. After a couple of years, it will naturally you will start wondering what's the fuss about React. How about you just do to do app in a React or in Vue or in whatever, and you find out that, oh my gosh, this is so much better, or oh my gosh, I'm happy I started with Angular, and everybody has their own opinion about that, and yeah, you will find out, and you will try those applications, and then sometimes you like it clicks. For me, Vue clicked for me. I felt like I found the solution to my all problems that I have. So we have, if I have a templating language with, like you said, theme leaf or something, and I want to add a reactiveness to that, I can add a view and still keep the theme leaf. Um, but it's not that easy with React or Angular. Then you have to go fully in. Hmm. Yeah. So for the backend is the same thing as well. You will start with Java, you do some Java rounds, and almost everybody in work, they are thinking about learning something else. After a couple of years, you will start thinking, what's up with everybody doing Go or with everybody doing Rust? Why are they so popular? And actually, by trying those languages, you will become a better Java developer because you will get some uh, design patterns and other stuff from other languages that you can incorporate back into into Java language. So I have been in talks where people talking about functional Java and how to do that, and they learned it because they were doing some other programming languages that are functional, and they were taking what they're learning there, taking back into the Java world. So um, I think it's not black or white. It's about um, yeah. When you feel comfortable with one language, you will want to try and see how it is in the neighborhood, and you will probably go for at least one or two or three languages more. I started as a PHP developer back in the days and moved on from that into the JavaScript world and from that into Java. And I even tried C Sharp, C++, Python. At school, we had to do Python. So I did do quite uh, almost everything except for the Swift, or well, how is it called? C something, the Mac OS programming language. Um, Objective C. Yeah, that was the one. This one I haven't. I think I spent like a couple tutorials or something and went back to Java. And it depends where you get work. That one you adopt more and more. Sometimes, like if there is an expert person coming with expertise in Java, he might actually wonder how it is to get or wants to explore more. And some of them, when I do interviews, they're open to actually not just continue with Java, but if the job requires, they can go into C sharp and do C sharp. Yeah, the PHP I have done long, long time ago. I don't think I remember it. The only thing, strange thing is was to add things. When you add things, you have to put a dot in that. There we go. PHP operator. Instead of plus, like addition, it says, but it's only for numbers. For strings, you need to use a dot in between them. Concatenation, there it is. Strange. There are, but again, PHP works for some cases, and there are cases where I still use PHP actually. Um, and in GitHub, I already long time ago I had created my own PHP library. It was before Laravel was invented. Let's see. So yeah, so now I have this little problem that every time I go into the route, it's going to transfer me to this screen because I have an API key in my local storage. So I need to clear that one. And I did not clear that because I wanted to test it. Yeah, there it is. So I want to test this sockets first without creating the games and stuff like that. And for the game info and sessions, I probably should have like a timeout or something. Oh, that's gonna be for another day. Yeah, I remember you told it. Um, I was thinking at one point to sell my Mac and do something buy myself a Windows PC, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Now I have tried. Where is it? I got myself Quest 2. Um, I tried after seeing Vision Pro, right, from Mac. I thought I can do Meta workspace, I think they call it, and do three screens and sit and program, but it's too blurry. And maybe with Quest 3 it will be better. Um, but I think I'll wait until Vision Pro comes to Norway and try that Vision and try that one instead. And that means that I should stay in the Mac OS world. Yeah, it's gonna be expensive. And the top model costs a lot more. It's like 40 or 4,000 or something. But I hope it's a good thing because I would really love to like sit with us and have a huge screens here. And if you think about that, buying those three screens and yeah, that would probably cost even more than $4,000. The it's not only the screens that I would need. I would need a bigger space as well. And I think you get touch screens as well. The one thing I don't like about Mac computers is that they don't have a touch screen. Sometimes I with finger I like to touch and scroll, and I had my Lenovo PC that was able to do that, and I was so happy. It's like I could sit on the sofa next to the TV, watch some TV, and do some work, and it was comfortable. But on Mac, I cannot do that. Um, but if I buy the Vision Pro, then I will probably be stuck in the Mac world for a while. Then I should consider changing my Samsung phone into the Apple also, into iPhone and yeah, Apple TV and yep. Oh, the iPhone. Is it better or something? Pixel 8. What I like about iPhone is that my sister has iPhone, and when she takes photos without setting up the some advanced features or stuff, uh, it, it takes so much better photos. The photos are quality is so much. or the colors or something makes them much more better than even though my has higher pixels and higher everything and even better camera and everything, still the iPhone does much better videos. And probably I am bad at utilizing this camera application to what phone do I have? Samsung Galaxy. Let's see, Samsung Galaxy 23 Ultra. The one. So it's not the 24 that just came out, but the previous with the pen. Yeah, it's. I really loved Samsung Galaxy collection. I think I started from 8 or something, 7. I don't remember what number it was. And I fell in love with that and just couldn't stop buying a new one each time. Yeah, the battery can stay for 2 days. That's but then again, I already turning off automatically app updates and stuff like that. Yeah, so I think I had an Apple phone once, long time ago. Um, but at that time, uh, I was student and broke and couldn't buy any more iPhones. So I went to Galaxy, no, not to Galaxy, HTC first, and some different phones until I found a Galaxy, and Galaxy I just fell in love, and I know what I get each time I get it. I feel like it's a safe choice. But same was with Windows PCs. I was so comfortable with Windows. Felt that this was safe choice, and now I got a Mac, and I'm still not very comfortable with the shortcuts and everything. So what's up with this? When did it came out? The phone. 48 plus 12. Okay, so it's, oh, they have some Pro Max, this one version. Okay, that's a lot. Well, right now I feel like I have an amazing phone, so I'm not gonna buy this one. So I will probably wait out for the, I guess 16, iPhone 16 or something, unless I crush the screen or something, and I will need to do something. It's just gonna, if I buy a new phone, it's just gonna be waste of money, to be honest. I rather save those money and for Vision Pro when that comes to Norway. It's not available in Norway yet, so I cannot even pre-order it here, I think. What is it called? Vision Pro. Um, Uh, yeah, so iPad. AirPods, that's what I wanted to buy. Um, and a watch. I would need a new watch as well. But I'm not gonna buy a watch unless it's from Apple, unless it's gonna have like a month of battery or something. It's just waste of money. Let's see. Yeah, we don't have the vision here at all. So if I go to English, no, not English. How is it called? Great Britain? No, full vision. And let's just Google. Yeah, okay. So it does not let me without an iPhone or iPad. Yeah, I have this cheap, it's already crushed screen and stuff, but it's very, very cheap. Huawei, I think, uh, lasts 1 month battery. You don't have applications to install. Everything is pre-installed, and you have everything. And I don't use much of functions on it, but I do use this to find my phone if I miss, and I use it to track the sleep. I use to track my pulse through the day. Um, what else? For trainings, if I go out for a running or something to track my steps. So just simple stuff, and it lasts 1 month. Well, I don't feel I'm getting a watch if it's I have to charge it every 2 days. I cannot sleep with that watch. I will always have to charge it, and I will always forget it, and I will go without a watch, and or with a watch that is not charged. Like like if you don't have battery on that watch, it's not a watch. It's just a nice thing to wear on your arm to show to other, but you cannot rely on it that it's gonna show you what the time is. Yeah, okay. If you find time to charge it, then it's probably okay. But sometimes I like run away from I have to go for a trip for 7 days. I don't worry about my watch as I see it's 30% left. Okay, it's not a problem. I don't need to take charger with me anywhere or anything. If I travel to what is it called? Outside the country, I don't need to take charger with me and worry where I'm gonna charge my phone, my watch or anything. I just charge before, and then I can be a month gone, and I can come back later and recharge it once again, and it's another month. So unless I get like I said, unless I get another watch from Samsung or Apple or anywhere, I don't need those extra applications. I remember I had this Samsung browse watch with a browser and stuff, so I could browse through something. It's Opera, I think it was Opera browser there. That was waste of energy. If I want the browser, I can take a phone and look at that. Um, just uh, battery life is dying because of those extra applications. Yeah, but the apps from the App Store, what are you using? Something else that I don't have on this phone already. Uh, what are you like doing? Uh, Maybe you can do calls from your watch, but I can do call from this watch as well. I can call. I can take a call. I never do that, but it's possible to do that. So I'm not sure what's on. I can watch weather. So every morning I stand up, the first thing I do, I check for the weather, and it's up there. It's showing an icon, a temperature. I can even click on it, and I get more details. Um, well, I don't need an app for that. Well, I had like I said, Samsung watch with applications, and it was full of crappy things like, oh, for this look or this look, you have to download or buy even this nice look or this. I don't, I need watch to, yeah, the watch is just for one thing, is to take a look at the most important information is what time it is, if you have any meetings or anything, if there is somebody calling you or but you never take those like go into the meeting with your watch. You go into meeting at least with phone or attend those meetings with the phone or with the computer or something. Yeah, I feel like trying the phone that is gonna die on me for two. My I bought this for my wife and the newest I Apple Watch, and she was so disappointed that she's not using it. It's 2 days, it dies, and she forgets to load it, and then she goes through all the day to charge it. I mean, and then it goes through all the day without the watch. And he comes back. She comes back home, and uh, I bought the pink one. I think it's not very easy for me to try that one with the pink color. So yeah, this is apple.com. It does not let me to buy. What? Never mind. All right. Time to get to bed. It's 12 o'clock. Yeah. Um, all right. See you maybe no, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. So maybe on Saturday. Good night.